What is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday and welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS live stream. I'm your host, James Grande, joined by Keith Eister. Keith, happy Wednesday. What's going on?
Happy Wednesday. Hoping my Cubs will win at some point again
Hmm.
this season. It's not looking good, though. Your Yankees are in a great spot today. So nice looking slate here we got.
Yes, on all fronts. Hope the Cubs win for your sanity. Yankees are in a great spot. Nice 9-game slate after the 6-game early slate that we had on tap that's still going on. Had a couple good things happen for me in the early slate. Couple nothing burgers happened for me, like Dustin May. I did not have that on my bingo card. Pitching a
No hitter through 7, right?
no, yeah, I go. Yeah, I mean that again. I didn't stack Milwaukee fully, but I had some shares there, and obviously that didn't work out too well. But I digress. We have 9 games tonight, Keith. No, like elite ballpark that we're dealing with. Sutter Health was on the afternoon slate. The Rockies are in L.A. The Reds are in New York. What are some of like the other things going on? Do we have any weather taking place? What do we got going on today?
Yeah, no real weather. The only slightest chance of a delay in Boston, but looks to be all clear. I'm not even worried about it.
Okay.
Elite pitching, definitely. A couple of guys with one guy in particular with an ERA under 1. And then 2 of the best offenses in baseball in really good spots as well. So pretty straightforward on both sides. Honestly, we'll find some sneaky things to mix in, but there are some obvious things on both sides for sure.
Can I get something off my chest? Can I get something off my chest here?
Yeah, what you got?
I hate is a strong word. I don't like using that word. I strongly dislike when things are straightforward in baseball.
Yeah, it doesn't tend to work out all that
No,
often.
no, it does not. We talk about it all the time because when things are straightforward in baseball, that doesn't mean anything. That means almost. I mean, it does obviously mean something. Doing research and whatnot matters, and if that's your conclusion, that's your conclusion. But God, it's a tough like thing to like. Well, I'm just clicking Yankees. I'm just clicking Otani. I'm just clicking Dodgers every day.
Yeah, I'll be really curious to see how owned the Yankees lefties are in particular, because people just hate playing lefty. But man, when you dig into the splits, it's the lefties that we want today. So it'll be
Yes.
curious to see if people have done their research and are playing the likes of Bellinger and Rice, who have been absolutely incredible against lefties, or if they're only going to go after the Judge types that are very obvious, and Caballero's cheap. But yeah, interesting splits. We'll see where the ownership lands, though.
We will. It was, and we don't have. It doesn't matter because the Yankees lineup is out and Grisham is not in it. But Grisham had been the most popular play of the day for most of the day. So
Yeah, I was certainly into him.
Yes,
Given those lefty splits, but yeah,
yes,
that's a bummer he's not in there. Apparently,
is a
Aaron
bummer.
Boone isn't looking at splits.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, McMahon's in the lineup. We have
Okay.
four lefties in the lineup. Bellinger and Rice being 2 of them. McMahon and Wells being the other 2. So we'll see. Let's talk to the chat here, and then we'll get going. Some guy in here. Good day to you, sir. Dave is here on time. Typically, Dave's not on time. Actually, Dave was late today. 5:01. He was late. Happy Wednesday to you, Dave. Peter says starting on time with us. Yep. And Warren says shout out Aaron Nola.
Why is
Yeah.
Aaron Nola getting a shout out?
That was Warren's his what if player. No, what is it? What does he say? His
Hear me out.
hear me out play of the day last night was Aaron Nola.
Okay.
And I mean he stinks, but the Padres stink more, so
Yeah.
that's
Fair.
okay. Before we get into it, Keith, are the Padres a good bad team or a bad good team?
The bullpen, I'm gonna lean that they're a bad good team. Like they deserve to win games. That bullpen is just nails. They're not a good offense, so it's a bad offense but a good team. How's that?
Okay. I can't figure it. I have no idea.
I don't think their starters are that good.
I don't know what the heck's going. I don't know what the heck's going on over there, dude. All right, let's get into pitching. You mentioned starters. There's one starter you alluded to who's better than the rest. I wish we had the old splits because yes, his ERA is sub 1 on the year. But Shohei Ohtani is taking the mound tonight, 10-7. You have Jose Soriano at 10,000, and you have the suddenly home run prone Jacob deGrom at $9,700. How do you break down this top tier? Because they are all in really good spots. Obviously, one of the pitchers has just been unlike the others.
Yeah, I would rank them how they are priced. So Ohtani is priced the highest, but I have him as the best pitcher on the slate. He's just been unhittable this year. ERA under 1, maybe a little bit lucky with some fly ball variance and whatnot. The batting average on balls in play is down at like 220, but he's been that good. Like it's not that he doesn't deserve to have these outstanding numbers. The strikeout rate up around 29%. He has just been incredible. Add the matchups in there, and it's still Ohtani for me. I do think that tightens it up a little. I like the matchup for Soriano a ton as well.
Yes.
Detroit's just not been very good. His strikeouts are up from last year. He's always been an elite ground ball guy. Those two are clearly ahead of deGrom. You mentioned some of deGrom's struggles recently. Got beat up his last time out against the Angels, where he was the chalkiest pitcher of the day, I believe, in that start.
You and I did the show that night.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was what was not to like about him in that spot.
Agreed.
But the home runs did come up and bite him there, so that was frustrating. He was not great in the start before that against the same Houston lineup that he was today either. So, yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of concern for deGrom. Like I said, he's clearly third for me. He still does have the highest strikeout rate on the slate, so there's plenty of upside here. Houston strikes out a little bit more than they did last season. Still not a huge strikeout team, but very much in play. I do think Ohtani and Soriano are a tier ahead of him, though.
Yeah, I mean, deGrom, just look at this. I mean, he has nearly a 40 fantasy point ceiling this year, right? So
yeah, he can certainly do that.
Yeah, he can certainly do that. The next range in the 8K tier is pretty interesting. Bryce Elder continues to pitch really, really well, gets a really good matchup against the Red Sox. Casey Mize, reverse splits king, gets a very right-handed heavy Angels lineup. Garrett Cole looked quite good in his debut, other than the strikeouts, but I mean, he was touching 99. I mean, everything. He was Garrett Cole without strikeouts, basically. 72 pitches, obviously something to monitor because he had thrown nearly 90 in his final rehab start, but we kind of knew that there was going to be a limit, especially after 6 innings. No need to push him at his first start back. And then you have Connolly early 8K against a really good Atlanta offense. What say you about this tier, Keith?
Yeah, I think there's some good options here. Elder has been incredible. You mentioned the matchup against Boston. They've been the worst offense in baseball against right-handed pitching by WRC+, and they strike out a lot. So I don't know if Elder's going to continue to do this. He's been a little bit lucky, but he's also been better than he has been in seasons past. He's always been able to generate ground balls. He's missing a few more bats. So there's some really good stuff here from Elder. The obvious one to me in this range is Casey Mize.
Okay.
And that's because of, excuse me, his matchup. Who's he got? Why am I blanking on that now?
The Angels.
Yeah, Angels. So his strikeouts are up as well this season. He's up over 25% for the first time in his career. And now he gets the best strikeout matchup in all of baseball. So a little bit worried about their righty power. Like you mentioned, he does have reverse power splits. But I just love the strikeout upside from him in this spot. 8,500 is too cheap in this matchup.
Dude, he is like extreme reverse splits and has always been very, very extreme reverse splits.
Yes, he has. So fair point there. Like you said, I don't love that the Angels are throwing a bunch of righty power at him. That's kind of what they do. That's where their strength is. But they also strike out a ton. So I'm willing to risk the power matchup and play for the strikeout upside.
Agreed. What do you think of Garrett Cole? Peter just asked in the chat, what do you think his pitch count?
Yeah, generally we seem to push him about 15 to 20 pitches. So I would say somewhere around the 85 pitch count mark, which is enough at 8,300. It's too cheap of a price tag. He's not the elite strikeout pitcher that he once was, but he's going to strike out more than he did in his last. I do expect him to be right around the league average mark, like 23 to 25% probably in the strikeout department this season. So I think it just took a start. I think they'll be right back to normal in this start here.
Yeah. Kansas City is an offense that doesn't necessarily strike out at a high clip. I know Schlittler missed bats yesterday, but he's also been as good as any pitcher in the game. So, and Garrett Cole's making his second start from Tommy John. So, I would be probably a little more conservative than you, but I'd still be in that similar range. I'd put it probably at like 80, 85. I know you said 85, but they haven't said anything specific on the number, but so we're in the same ballpark. I just think there's no reason to not slow play Garrett Cole coming back from Tommy John, but whatever. 85, 80 is good. I mean, he threw 6 innings at 72 pitches. That's what he does. He has good control of the baseball. Do we like Sandlin tonight? Anthony asked. And then Poe Degen, trying to get his Munchies funds up, is betting he's laddering his strikeouts as well. I know I'm skipping over a good amount of names, but he is 4K. We've talked previously about 4K pitchers. He is not a great prospect, but he has had some good success at the minor leagues this year. What do you think about a 4K David Sandlin?
Yeah, it's interesting. He's missed a ton of bats in AAA this season.
Yes, he has.
His strikeout rate is 32.7% in AAA. He skipped over AA. Let's see. He made 2 high A starts and struck out a ton there as well. He also walks a ton of people. Mm-hmm. So I would say he's not long for the game. Like, he's not going to go super deep into the game. I think he'd be lucky to get through 5. So definitely a DraftKings only play. But a guy that can miss that many bats for that cheap, I think we have to have some interest. There is another cheap pitcher that I have a ton of interest in, who was awesome his last time out, against an offense that hasn't done anything in a month. So take that for what you will. Like, I don't mind Sandlin, but Bubba Chandler's my dude today. The Cubs have an 84 WRC plus this month. It's been worse as of late. And he struck out 11 his last time out against a team that doesn't strike out. Toronto has the lowest strikeout rate in all of baseball. So we know that Chandler is a dude that has a monster fastball, a dude that can certainly miss bats, has been right around league average so far in his career, but the potential is far higher than that. So I like him a good amount today against a struggling offense. The Cubs are going to be back to an above average offense eventually, but currently they are not. So I'm willing to pick on him a little bit today. Great ballpark to pitch into.
This is what you need to avoid right here.
Yes, the walks have been troublesome for sure.
Yeah,
and the Cubs walk a lot, so it's not the best matchup on paper, honestly. But as somebody who watches the Cubs every day, they're not a threat at this moment.
Yeah, I saw what was there was like they put a graphic up yesterday. They're like one of the first teams ever to have 2 10-game winning streaks and a 10-game losing streak in the same season, and we're in May.
It's May. Like, it is unbelievable. So frustrating.
Brutal. I like Chandler's upside. We just had a question from Warren. Death, taxes, and left-hand pitching against the Mets. Death taxes, any-handedness against the Mets? Can I adjust the comment?
Can I say never Andrew Abbott?
Yeah, he does. He's just not missing any bats.
Yeah, what is the upside? Could he get through 6 scoreless innings? I think he could, but that's that's not generally how I play DFS. I'm always chasing strikeouts, and I don't see the upside for strikeouts for him today. I do have interest in some Connor Prelip if we want to talk another lefty.
Okay.
The White Sox have been awesome against lefties, so
Yeah.
that's a little concerning. I think it's
Yep.
118 WRC plus, but they also have struck out at 25%. So we talk about strikeout upside. As long as he can navigate the Murakamis, and Vargas has been awesome against lefties, and Montgomery's been good against lefties, but as long as he can navigate the big power bats, I think he has some upside today.
Yeah, dude, you are watching your TV. If you're playing Connor Prelip, you're watching your TV like this.
Yes.
You're not actually looking because Murakami,
especially if he walks a guy or two and it's like 2 men on and Murakami's up there, you're clenching tight.
dude, one out, Murakami Vargas, like back to back. You're like, oh, I'm not getting out of this one alive. Yep, he does, as you mentioned, he does have serious upside, Prelip, because he has missed bats, but this is definitely a one of those spots. Any other pitchers that you would take a look at?
I don't think there's anyone else that we need to talk about.
Okay.
Tyan's given up more homers than anybody in baseball. So
yeah, it's brutal.
I don't mind the spot for him, but probably not today.
I mean, I don't know. The amount of lefties that Pittsburgh's going to throw at him is just.
I like Pittsburgh bats quite a bit today. They're my sneaky stack of the day for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Anthony, he likes the Cubs, but he also plays DFS. So like,
I'm a realist too. I mean, I don't watch it with complete blinders on. Maybe I have some bias every now and again, but I can admit when they're struggling, and I can admit when they're not in a good spot or the pitcher's not in a good spot. Definitely don't play with complete blinders on.
Keith can yell at his TV and be mad at the team, and then also win $10,000 by rooting against them because he played Bubba Chandler. Like, those two things can coexist. He can be mad but also happy at the same time, you know.
This is correct.
So, all right, let's go to catcher. All the other pitchers we're going to target. What do you want to talk about here? We have Rutschman, Goodman, Dingler. I don't know. Rutschman's probably the only target we consider there. Goodman and Dingler. I don't know. Ohtani and Soriano. I don't know if we need to play either.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Rutschman is definitely in his power split. Yep. Matz has been known to give up some power, so I definitely like him. Rushing, if he's in the lineup, is the one that's jumping off the page.
Okay.
Sugano has been the luckiest pitcher in baseball from what I've seen.
Dude.
He is getting absolutely hammered. Hard hit rates up near 50%. Barrel rates over 16%. The dude has like an expected ISO. Against lefties, his expected ISO is like 329, and it's like 220 something against righties. Dude has been absolutely getting hammered. I have no idea how he has an ERA under 4, but the Dodgers are going to light him up today.
It's always an interesting one when you can't play Ohtani in your Dodger stack. You know, it's always like it always limits. Like, they're getting pretty solid ownership. Like Betts, Will Smith, Kyle Tucker, Freeman, and Pages are all over. They're all in double digits, but it is such a fascinating thing with ownership when Ohtani doesn't play. Will Smith is in the same thing. I mean, he hit a nuke last night. All of his expected stats look really great as well. So if you want to play Will Smith, it's the same thing for him as it is for rushing. What about when we dip below? We have Elder facing Gasper. Is there like Andy? Dude, I keep playing Andy Rodriguez as like a punt. He was a former top prospect who just didn't hit and suffered a bunch of injuries, but he's been good since he came back.
Yeah, the power hasn't shown up, but he's making a ton of contact. The WOBA looks good, so I'm with you. He's my punt today as well. I mentioned Tyan's home run struggles. Maybe today's the day he finds the home run swing.
Dude, Jameson Taillon against left-handed bats this year. 333 ISO, 315 expected. So right on par with the it's just 20% launch angle, it's 6% higher than it is against righties. Sheesh, everything's just hitting the air. It's bad, dude. It's bad. Fastball, changeup, curveball, cutter, all 200 ISO or better. This is his 4 most frequently thrown pitches against lefties. Fastball, most frequent thrown pitch against lefties, 393 ISO. Changeup is his second, 371 ISO allowed to lefties. It's bad, dude. It's bad. Sorry.
It's bad.
Sorry.
It has been a rough time for Mr. Tyon, for sure.
First base. Ben Rice hitting second after a brief stint in the 5-hole, and he had 4 hits, and he said, "Never hit me there again, Aaron Boone." And Aaron Boone said, "Okay, got you." Ben Rice, 5,800. Munetaka Murakami, 54. Pete Alonso, 53. Matt Olson, 52. Pretty loaded 5K tier.
Yeah, absolutely loaded. I like every one of them. Rice, as you mentioned, has been incredible. Even against lefties, ISO is over 300. Noah Cameron has reverse splits, has given up more power to lefties both last year and this year. So it seems to be a real problem for him. He's one of the top hitters on the entire slate. Mentioned Murakami's success against lefties as well. So I don't care that these dudes are lefty when they've been this good. And Olson's been really good lefty in his career as well. So no issue there. Alonso looks great as well with big time power against a fly ball pitcher. So 4 very good options here in the 5K range.
If you bet, you could possibly just bet up each one of them to hit a home run tonight, and it wouldn't be surprising if all 4 of them went yard.
Yeah, I agree. Great spots for each.
Connor Prelip under the hood here, Keith, against lefties. Little scary. 192 surface level ISO, 308 expected ISO for left-handed batters.
Yikes.
That's not good.
No, it is not.
What about the 4K range? Does anything stand out? I mean, you said Dodgers look great, so I assume Freddie Freeman stands out more than the rest. But what say you about the whole range in general?
Yeah, definitely Freddie Freeman. I like the Rays a good amount as well. Both Diaz and Aranda look really good. Pitcher making his second career big league start. I'm always interested in picking on that. He's not a super prospect either. So The Rays are in a really good spot. Goldschmidt certainly against the lefty has been great.
Leading off tonight.
Yep. Love the lineup spot in the lineup that's maybe in the best spot of the day.
Yep.
Michael Busch certainly can play him. I like the Cubs. I like Chandler, but I do like the Cubs a little bit as well. I'm sort of like they're going to turn it around eventually. I do firmly believe they're an above average offense and they're going to hit eventually. And Busch is certainly one of those guys that will look up at the end of the season and he'll have his 30 homers and 120 something WRC plus. Like I'm not worried about him at all. They will turn it around.
Is this a Rays comment? I was actually trying to workshop how to make it without a util, it's kind of impossible because if you're stacking Rays on DraftKings, your ideal stack would include Caminero, Yandy Diaz, and Aranda, and you can only play 2 of those players.
Yeah.
So without a util, it's not possible, right? Because they're just going to continue to be positioned this way. It kind of sucks. Oh, it's not. It's just first base in general. It's just first base in general. But yeah, first base is super loaded, and it's I like your Aranda call. I like your Busch call. Any thought to anyone below? I see a couple leadoff hitters down here that look pretty good. Maybe a 4-hole hitter as well.
Yeah, Horwitz is definitely a guy. I mean, you cited some Tyon lefty stats there. Horwitz has been leading off recently. Grabs that spot again today, so really love that. I think Josh Bell might be the 4-hole hitter you have in mind. I like him a decent amount.
I was gonna go with Vientos. I was gonna go with Vientos only because Vientos has the history against lefties, and we don't like Andrew Abbott.
Yep. And then Jock Peterson is another guy I have a ton of interest in. Burrows has a real lefty problem as well. So as awful as Jock has been, he's still got power. I like him against Burrows today.
Yeah, he's actually been better than he was
He's
last
been
year. I mean,
heating
how
up.
long? Yeah, last year he was hitting like literally 100 for like the whole season, and Bruce Bochy was like, "Screw it, it's my last year. Let's hit him third."
He just kept hitting him at the top of the lineup all day, all season long.
I'm retiring after this year. Let's just keep hitting him third, guys. It's like, Bruce, you sure? I mean, we might lose our jobs. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. All right. Second base, Brandon Lau, 5,100. Yes, sir.
Yeah, looks pretty great. We love lefties against Tyon. Lau is at the top of the list for sure.
We love lefties against Tyone. I was trying to look at to see who was playing second. They have a Med Rosario playing second tonight. You have Albies against a lefty. You have Nico 42, Luke Keyshaw 4K. It's probably Albies above the others, right? Against a lefty.
Yeah, no Jazz in the lineup for the Yankees. Is that what
No
you're
Jazz,
talking about?
no
Then that's
Jazz. Rosario at second, Caballero playing left field, um, and Volpe's at short again.
okay. Yeah, that stinks that there's no Jazz. Definitely had interest there. So I guess Albies would be the top pick here against the lefty. His good power split.
His good power split, indeed. What about the value at second?
Sorry, I just refreshed it to get the updates in there with
No,
the lineups that I didn't have. So give me
no
just a
worries.
second.
Yeah. I'll say just something that stands out to me right away is Von Grissom hitting third in that reverse split matchup against Casey Mize. I like Casey Mize for the record. Just saying, the Angels hitting Von Grissom third does intrigue me a little bit.
Yeah, a cheap guy, middle of the order. That looks pretty good. I like Palacios a good amount as well.
Yeah.
We mentioned Rays. I'll be stacking Rays a little bit. Probably wouldn't play him on his own, but in a Rays stack, he certainly looks good. Let's see. Weak position outside of that. We're grasping at straws. If we.
Kim, Freeland, whoever's in the lineup for the Dodgers, one of those two guys.
Yep, I'd be fine with that. I'm good with any Dodger today. I don't mind some Meadroth either at the top of the White Sox lineup.
Okay, I like that as well. Nico Horner, by the way, is the second baseman getting all the ownership today.
Interesting. Fine.
He has
He's
the
slowed
most
down
ownership.
quite a bit from.
I mean, he did all this damage like early. 4 home
Yep.
runs. He did all that like right off rip. Yeah. Horner, Palacios, Brandon Lau are the 3 second basemen over in double figures tonight. So two of them I agree with. I don't know about the Nico Horner one though. Third base. We have some good to quite good baseball players here. Junior Caminero, 5K. Miguel Vargas, 49. We don't know yet. Muncy, they said like Muncy might play today. He also might be placed on the IL. I feel like those two things they're like pretty far apart, but I guess we'll see. Sal Stewart's 47, McGonigal 46, Colson 44, Michael 44. The aforementioned, we mentioned Yandy at 43, Austin Riley 42, Eugenio 41, Bregman 4K, Rosario 4K. It's a lot of 4K names. Talk to me about some of your favorites.
Yeah, pretty strong position at the top here. Caminero is one of my favorite hitters of the day. Miguel Vargas looks pretty sneaky today. I think he's a good option against the lefty. If Muncy's in there, I certainly have interest there. Suganu has massive power problem, so Dodgers look outstanding. Colson Montgomery's been great lefty. Would not mind going there. Talk to Diaz. Riley against the lefty is fine. And Ahmed Rosario in there. I like a ton of Yankees today, so I don't mind some Rosario.
Yeah, hit a homer against a lefty in the first, and then hit a home run off a position player on the ninth. So
Yeah.
it's good day for Ahmed.
Way to get your double down.
Yes, nice way to get a double dunk. My wife, we were watching the preview. My son, when he can't finish games like at night, he like wakes up and we watch like the recap every morning. And my wife said, "Why was the pitcher lobbing the baseball?" I said, "That was a position player pitching. They don't throw hard." This is an interesting comment here from Warren. So I keep saying it, and it keeps like kind of holding true. There's a lot of bad stuff under the hood for Connolly Early, who's supposed to be a good pitcher. It hasn't looked good. The Braves offense is really good. What are your thoughts to a low Brave stack today, Keith?
Yeah, I don't mind that call at all. Like you said, like there's some hard hit stuff for early that looks a little bit concerning. The Braves have been incredible, so I'm on board for sure.
And if you guys do want to get Keith's entire thoughts about the slate, you can go to fantasyalarm.com and look at the playbook that he has released for the 9-game slate right now. Let's see if I have like a see if I have a QR code I could put on there. Yeah, I'll throw that up there. Bang, up in the top left. I wish it was in the top right, but you know what? Let's see if I can move it. Nope, I can't. She's going to be up there. Haha! There it is, top right. There it is, right above my head. If you guys want 50% off for the first month, scan that QR code. Let me get back here. I didn't give me any ideas, Grande. I don't know what that means. Maybe something about Munchie's funds. Keith is rooting for the wrong side of town, needs to go to the south side. Thoughts?
I mean, the White Sox are a fun team. Certainly, Murakami has been awesome, but I'm on the correct side. I'm very confident in this.
Can you say that? Are you allowed to say that they're a fun team?
Yeah, I don't have any hate towards the White Sox whatsoever. Like, I know it's like the White Sox fans are not always fond of Cubs fans because the Cubs are clearly the more popular team, but I don't have any animosity towards the White Sox. I prefer them over the Brewers or the Cardinals for sure.
Right.
Like,
dude, I have this same thought about the Mets. Like, I don't care about the Mets. I care far more about I care like the Red Sox, like I can't stand, and the Blue Jays I can't stand. Like, those are the teams I don't like. But I don't care about the Mets. They don't. Right. I don't worry about that. I haven't worried about them forever. I mean, they took Juan Soto from us, but that's okay. Under 4K, Josh Young 3,900. Brooks Lee has been really, really good of late. Nick Gonzalez 3,600 hits in the middle of the Pirates order with no power. Anything stand out to you in the value range at third?
Yeah, I don't mind any of the three that you just mentioned there. Lee at the top of the order, I like quite a bit. Gonzalez as a Pirate, I will certainly have some exposure there. Yeah, I don't have a ton else. I'll play any Yankee today, so McMahon makes the list.
Oh no.
Yeah, it hasn't been good, but I don't know, punt third baseman.
No, I know. Right. He's actually been a little fine against lefties. I can't even. I was trying. I got nothing. But Noah Cameron splits.
Yeah, Cameron splits, and well, I guess they're not in Yankee Stadium today, so never. That's a moot point that I was gonna make there.
Well, like you said, they have a very high implied run total against a pitcher who can't get lefties out. 5.3 runs implied, only trails the Dodgers. So for what that's worth. Ryan McMahon getting no ownership. Because if he was Shockey, I'd probably just avoid it altogether. Be like, I don't need this in my life. Before we go to short, Steve is thanking us. Thank you, Steve. We appreciate your kind words each and every day, multiple times a day as well. And then Casey wants to know, what are your thoughts on Casey wants to play Casey and Chandler together?
Yeah, I think you're okay there. Mize has the upside because of the matchup, and Chandler's cheap that will let you jam in all the bats. So obviously you're fading like 35 from Ohtani or DeGrom, somebody like that. But
Soriano.
Yeah, I think you're okay to do that. Yeah, Soriano too is certainly on that list. But yeah, I'm good with Mize as the highest price pitcher.
Yeah, he's in the premier strikeout spot. That is the strikeout spot on the board. So I agree with you, good sir. Let's go to short. Ellie De La Cruz, Bobby Witt Jr., Gunnar Henderson are your 5K bats. You see Huascar Brazoban opening. They're going to go to Jonah Tong as their long man. He has had serious control issues. He also misses a ton of bats. It's the Joey Gallo of pitchers. What do you make of this 5K range?
Yeah, I mean, play Bobby Wood against anyone, even Garrett Cole. Gunner's been good.
Took Schlittler deep. Took Schlittler deep last
Yeah.
night. He's been best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah. Yep. Gunner's been excellent lefty, so I certainly don't mind him. De La Cruz is there as well. I think I'd have the other two slightly ahead of De La Cruz, but I mean, any of them are fine. All have awesome upside. The Dodgers look great today, so Mookie is certainly playable. Don't mind some Connor Griffin. He's up to 6th today in the order, so don't mind that. Bichette against the lefty is always playable. Talked Brooks Lee already. Let's see. Volpe in the lineup is interesting. 3,400 is a fair price for him.
He's been good.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that's all I got.
Caballero
is definitely on the list.
Yeah,
for sure.
Cabby's been good. Cabby's been good against left-handed pitching this year.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, that's it for me as well. Outfield we go. Aaron Judge, 6,500. Juan Soto, 63. Byron Buxton, 62. O'Neal Cruz, 61. Yordan Alvarez hit the furthest ball I've ever seen in my life yesterday. He is hitting, or he is 6K. In this game that we're about to play, Little Johnny is playing one lineup, Keith. Okay? He has $6,500 remaining. I'm not going to tell. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care about the stack. He doesn't care if you had a pick as your top 6K outfielder. Who is your favorite play for Little Johnny?
I mean, Judge stands above the rest. Okay. I know he's the most expensive and the most popular,
and the tallest. He does stand above the rest.
He is the tallest as well. Yes. Cameron allows more power to lefties, but I don't care. Nobody has more power than Aaron Judge. Yeah. So, and I mentioned that expected ISO to righties is way up there as well. It's like 180 something. So it's not that he doesn't give up power to righties.
Yes. Noah Cameron will serve it up like with the best of them. I agree. I don't have no objection to any, for the record. O'Neal Cruz might hit a ball 500 feet.
Yeah, correct.
O'Neal Cruz might hit a ball 500 feet tonight.
Literally might hit it 500.
Might be 500 feet.
Literally might hit it.
So,
hits the ball harder than anyone in baseball and gets a dude who has a 300 plus expected ISO. Yes. So yeah, that checks out.
And
math lines up.
And a real 300, like surface and underlying 300. Like we're big dog. That's the same thing. What about the next tier? Because there's still some really strong names in the 5K range. We have Ronald Acuna, 57, Trout, Pages, Blade, Tucker, and Bellinger. Is Bellinger your top play in this range? Because he is the best lefty player in baseball.
He is. He is my top player as well. The Yankees are the top stack of the day for me. Bellinger is right there at the top of the list. He's been incredible lefty, and not just this season, for his entire career. So I love that he's not going to be as owned as, say, an Aaron Judge, just because of that lefty stigma. But I have no hesitation plugging him in whatsoever. Trout is a reverse splits power hitter against a reverse splits pitcher, so that lines up really well for him. I like this spot for him against Mize, even though I think Mize is a very good pitcher.
Right.
Pages has been awesome. Certainly don't mind paying over 5K for him, even though he's down in the order a bit. Like, certainly in this spot is fine. Tucker is fine as well.
I think they moved him. I think Pages is hitting. We don't have the lineup yet, but I want to say they moved him up yesterday. I think they hit him. I'm gonna go back and check. I don't mean to halt the show, but I think he's
like lineup spot is important. If we get a nice boost there, that's like especially
he hit second yesterday.
Interesting. Yeah, that'd be phenomenal if he.
And now they're not going to hit Shohei tonight, right? Didn't they already announce that? They announced that last night.
I thought it was still to be determined.
Because he got hit by a pitch last night, and I think he will pitch. Oh yeah, undecided. Okay, so we don't know yet. Okay, got it. Good
But
shot.
he has sat a couple of times when he's pitched this year, so or he's not been in the lineup when he's pitched a couple of times. That's happened, so
Insane
shocking.
Insane that we just have to like distinguish those things.
And if he's not in there, then it's either going to be Paz or maybe Rushing that falls to the top of the lineup. So, but one of those guys is going to look even better than they already do, and they're both incredible.
What about the 4K range in the outfield here, Keith? Who stands out to you?
Yeah, plenty of options here as well. Pete Crow Armstrong's been leading off recently, so that makes him a little bit more valuable. Suzuki's gotten the other end of that direction. He's been moved down a little bit, and he's really been struggling recently. I still don't mind him. Cubs are okay today. Chandler's had those walk issues that you touched on, so you can certainly stack Cubs. Teoscar's fine. Let's see. Rangers lefties we like a good amount, so I'd play some Nimmo. Larnach looks good. Brian Reynolds looks good. Ian Happ at that price, I would certainly take some shots on him, even though he's struggled a ton as well. One of my favorite value outfielders of the day is actually Chandler Simpson. Love the stolen base upside at the top of the Rays lineup. Play a bunch of, so might as well include him in the stat as well. Good run scoring opportunities there.
Yeah, fastest guy on the planet. I agree. He is not a good base runner. More I watch Chandler Simpson, he is like a bad base runner. For a fast guy, he gets thrown out a lot.
He's been thrown out a lot this year too on attempted stealing. I think he's stolen 14 and been caught 8 times or something like that. Like I noticed that when I was looking into stuff today. Like not great, but I'll take the 14 steals. If he steals 2 and gets thrown out a third time, I'll be okay with that.
No, I agree. I'm just pointing out like he's really good at getting there. He's not great at advancing to the next base. He's good at getting to the first one. He's not good at getting to the second one. I like all the shouts you had. I'll throw Joe Adell in there for power from the right side. I'll say the same thing about Jorge Soler from the right side as well. What about Mauricio? We didn't mention him as shortstop. He is hitting second. If you're playing Atlanta, he connects pretty well. $3,300 shortstop outfielder.
Yeah, I like him in an Atlanta stack more than on his own, but he's certainly fine.
Any dumpster dives? Mullins is down here at 32. I'm assuming you like Rays, so I assume Mullins is playable.
Yep, Mullins is certainly playable. Tyler O'Neill has been awful, but
he's
a long history of mashing left-handed pitching. So I'll take some gambles there. He's 3K.
Is he 3K? I don't even know. I haven't looked at him. Look, I mean, dude. He has been so good against lefties throughout his whole career.
Yes.
He's just been. I mean, we're treading into like Caleb Durbin, worst player in baseball territory.
Yeah, it's not been pretty.
Grishik hitting fourth, knowing that he's only getting 2 at bats.
I don't love it. I think I'd rather take shots on O'Neill, Osuna from Texas. I don't mind him. Okay. We like Texas lefties a good amount.
Oh, I did Marcel.
He's hitting second.
Yeah. I clicked Marcel Ozuna, not Osuna. No, I clicked Ozuna, not Osuna.
There you go.
I don't know if there's anything else. I guess. What about they played Valdez again today? He's striking out, but he's hit 2 bombs in his last.
Yeah, he's got big time power. I'm okay chasing home runs there against the guy that's given up more homers than anybody.
Warren is speaking the Ronald Acuna first at bat home run into existence. I would greatly appreciate that because my seasonal fantasy team has like 2 home runs in the last week, and I have Ronald Acuna on my team, so I could really use a Ronald Acuna home run. So it'd be nice, Some people need some home runs from players they spend a lot of money on, in auction leagues. All right, let's get a little 4-pack in there. Top pitcher of the day, is it Shohei or is it a value, and then we'll leave the floor open for everybody else?
Shohei is the top option of the day. I think the other candidate that I would look for as the value would be Casey Mize. I like his price, and he has the highest upside matchup.
Okay.
So one of those two would be my pick for the pitcher.
Let's do Mize, and then we'll
All right,
leave.
I like
We'll let the people decide. I know Ohtani is getting. I mean, him and DeGrom are at 39, 40%. Let's call it 40%. There's no one else in the 20s. So him and DeGrom are getting significantly more ownership than everybody else.
Ohtani deserves every bit of that ownership. You could make the argument against DeGrom. I think that might be a little too much for him.
I feel like I could make the case that I'd rather play. Soriano deserves it more with how bad Detroit's been versus how bad DeGrom's been. Personally.
Yeah, I mean Soriano has not been like the super like top of the league starter that he was. Like through 5 starts, this was the best pitcher in baseball. So he's cooled off a little bit, but he's still been awesome. Like you love to see the jump in strikeouts, and he's always been an elite ground ball dude. Just he's going to walk a few too many guys, which can get him in trouble at times. But with the strikeouts and the ground balls, like he can get out of it as well. So,
dude, he allowed 1 hit against the Dodgers. He just walked. This start was 5 walks and a hit by pitch in a row, and he was gone.
That's insane.
And he was gone. All right, well, let's go Mize. He is the 4th highest rostered pitcher of the day, but so much lower owned than Ohtani DeGrom. We'll let the people decide. Give me a couple bats that you must have today in your lineup.
I mean, the Yankees are jumping off the page. Okay. Since we went with the cheaper pitcher, if you want to do Judge and Bellinger.
Okay.
I mean, I think they're worth it. I would put Rice right in that conversation as well. So
that's such a tough stack. Oh boy. Yeah, we're not playing in
right. Then you'd have to go down to someone like Chandler, or you could go like Garrett Cole as well, and make it work that way. But I think there are ways to make the premium Yankee stack work for sure. But
would you
Caballero is also another like standout value play.
Okay. I was going to ask, I like Cabby. I was going to ask, would you be opposed to playing Goldschmidt in the leadoff spot instead of Rice? Or do you like the punt value of Caballero?
I would rather go Caballero Rice than Goldschmidt.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Give me one play non-Yankee to finish this, and then we'll move on. Give me a lower owned play that you really like today.
What's Muncy's ownership checking in? Sometimes he doesn't get the ownership because he's buried in the order a little bit, but I just love playing this dude.
He's getting 8%. He's the 4th highest rostered third baseman of the day.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Okay. Let's play Muncy.
We could also go a Pirate. O'Neal Cruz is like an awesome tournament play today. Brian Reynolds. Man, we got so many outfielders though. I wish they had
Horwitz, 33.
Yeah, Horwitz is a guy that I like a ton. Yep.
Leading off $3,300 against a fly ball pitcher.
There you go. Let's do it.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it there. $4,800 for the rest of your lineup. Horwitz, 3 Yankees, Casey Mize. You could probably still sneak in one of those top starters.
And Grande disappeared. We'll give him just a minute. There he is. I was going to go ahead and close it out for you. If
it's happened yesterday too. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. My internet's fine. So, but that'll do it for the show. Woo! Sorry guys for that little absence, but big shout out to you, Keith. As always, again, there's a little QR code right up there. You can scan, come get 50% off a monthly subscription at Fantasy Alarm to check out Keith's work, my work, John and Pemba's work, Howard Bender, and the rest of the Fantasy Alarm crew for whatever DFS or seasonal or betting sport, whatever thing you want to do or looking for. We have it at fantasyalarm.com. We will be back tomorrow. I believe there's a weird slate. I don't think we're going to have a live show tomorrow, but we will have some content out for whatever they decide. We have a 1 p.m. game, a 2 p.m. game, a 4 p.m. game, a 6:30, a 6:40, and an 8:05.
Who knows what the sites are going to do with their slates?
Who knows what the sites are going to do with that? But again, for Keith, I'm James. We'll catch you guys. We'll have a preview show, no live show. We'll be back with the live show on Friday. It'll be Keith and I again on Friday. So you'll see us. You'll see our faces again.